fucking AR-15, fucking C-clamped, fucking drawn down, ready to kill. His I think his gun literally said like something crazy, like double tap him or something.
Was it a Predator? Is it Predator, or do I have it mixed up?
Punisher or something.
Punisher,
He's got his AR-15 kitted out like people
what they should
but he's
do
a cop.
for the police is
Kill that guy.
They should let them, like, after all the cop training, like, all right, everybody, we got our custom kits here. Pick whatever emblem you want and anything you want, and then, take it. We'll make it for you. And then you can screen for people who put, like, the Punisher logo on the side of their gun, or, like, something scary. Like one of those, what's that? That, like, logo that's associated with, like, Sparta.
Molan Labe.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know what that means, but I know that everyone
come and take them.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool because that's okay. That one can stay. That one's cool, especially with the Spartan helmet. Really, just the Punisher thing, because there's no way you're going out to like.
Yeah, and
you guys are coming across a little anti-cop shooting, and I'm afraid this will escalate into being anti-school shooting and other anti-American thoughts. I wish you'd get on board and understand that these things are just part of our culture.
Part and parcel of living in a society. Well, I'm very anti. I know this will get me crucified by the listeners, but I'm anti-shooting in all forms other than in a range with an adult behind me to make sure I'm safe.
Next, you'll be for healthcare.
See, the thing about all that stuff is they're the people that have to sleep at night after they do those kind of things, and that's where the real punishments will be. But some people are pretty fucked in the head as well.
That's not an appropriate punishment. Like, I get that they'll have some temporary insomnia, but other people are dead.
Yeah, or he might have been like, fucker should have kept his hands up.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like, they just justify it in their head as going, oh, well, it's fine. I did it. So what? And that's where it's
what would have helped?
Difficult for me, because it's just like, I just think, how the fuck do they get past recruitment? And then I think about the army and I'm like, yeah, fucking now I know.
Oh, it's
it's not
the bar that you have to get over to be an American law enforcement is so you can't. I'm holding it up right now.
So it's the same with the army, man. Like, or even the defense force. So the defense force recruitment is ran by civilians in Australia. So they have quotas. Like, we need 600 people in the infantry. We need 30 truck drivers, and we've got one pilot position. And then 40 people rock up saying that they want to be like, I don't know, some combat engineer or something. Let's go combat engineer. But there's no positions. And they'll be like, oh, you're a smart kid. You can go in the infantry and you can be like, do this dream job in the infantry. And after 1 year, transfer straight over, no problem. And they're like, oh shit, yeah, I'll go to infantry. And then next minute they realize, no, you can't transfer after 1 year. Mm-hmm. There's no chance in hell. And it's just, they're a bunch of civilians that just push people.
There's a lot of, that's honestly how prison was as well. I don't know if you ever talked about that. They would tell people like, come to this prison first. And we have all of these job programs. We can train you to be a computer programmer or a diesel mechanic or this or that. And people are like, oh, great. And if you don't like it, you can go somewhere else. And, oh, great. Let me sign on the dotted line. So they transfer to the prison I was at. And they're like, all right, computer programming, let's do it. And they're like, oh, yeah, that got phased out. Oh, fuck. Diesel mechanic then. Yeah, that too. You want to wash some cars though? And he's like, no, I'm looking for some job training. I got 3 more years in here. I need something to do when I get out. Oh, well, in 18 months, you can transfer out of here to a prison that has the programs that you'd like. Until then, get on those wheels. And it's just like, fuck. There were so many guys there that were like that. They were like, I transferred here to learn how to be a computer programmer or how to be a diesel mechanic or how to be a forklift driver. And none of those programs are even available.
Yeah, that sucks. I guess that's like part of private prison. Or I guess this wasn't a private prison.
Federal, it's federal prison. But the people who run it, the administration, they're civilians, so they get bonuses based on asses in beds. So I can't recall what they were getting paid for each of us. It might have been $60,000 a year or something per ass in bed. And there are tiers to that sort of thing. So, you maintain 300 prisoners for X amount of days. That's this bonus, et cetera. It's just like what I used to talk about with selling cars. How like, oh shit, if we sell one more car this month, every car that we sold this month, we get another 2% off of. So it's like, we'll fucking lose money, whatever it takes, sell one more car. And it was just like that in prison.
So you made them $10,000 for your 2 months if it's 60 annually.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And of course there was some cost to housing me. of course, they were profiting off of all those packs of chili and diet, and those 6 packs of Diet Pepsi I was buying for $6 or $8 a piece. So
Yeah. And
they're
you weren't
making money
taking
coming and
food
going.
out of the cafeteria. So they really
No.
weren't spending much on you at all. Water?
No,
that's
just
not nothing.
yeah,
That's not
really
nothing.
didn't spend. I mean, you had to pay to like wash my sheets, right? So it was a whole thing, And
How often do they wash your sheets in prison?
is all every week if you want, or actually almost every other day if you want. There's 3 laundry days a week, so you can go every single day and get your laundry done if you want. I would just go on, once a week.
Okay. It's not too
Yeah.
bad. It's more often than I wash my sheets.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever washed my sheets.
Yeah.
Get new ones every year, whether they need it or
Yeah.
not.
Every 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. I don't remember who the comedian was, but like when I was like a sophomore in college living by myself, like it really resonated with me because he's like, changing your sheets? No. When one disintegrates, you put on another one.
They're like tires.
Yeah, they're like tires. I was like,
Stack 'em.
man, I can't just in good conscience bring any girls back here. This is disgusting. Oh, that apartment was a shithole.
I imagine prison would be a lot like when you're in basic training and all you're thinking about is sex and what you're going to eat when you get out.
Oh my God, you nailed it.
But you're not thinking about sex longingly like you were. You were thinking about it dreadfully, right?
You're not
Kyle?
thinking about the sex you want to have. You're thinking about the sex you don't want to have. But you're absolutely right. Yeah, I thought about. I really thought about quiet, because there's no quiet in prison. It's always at least a background hum of just laughter and chatter and stuff like that. There's almost never any time that's like actually quiet.
Was that difficult to adjust to at home?
No, it was like I finally got home and it was like getting into a warm bath of quietness.
Hmm.
It was like you'd been working all day and you're all sweaty and dirty and you get in a hot shower and it's just like washes over you the relief. That I was so hysterically happy when I was being checked out of prison. Like when this guard's like walking around with me, you have to go to like 4 different stops to like, all right, this guy, you're going to sign this and that. And, this is your release. And here's your property back. There was that guy I had to go meet up with. And he's like, you were here for such a short amount of time. I remember you. I was like, yeah, I remember you too, man. You're the guy that looked at my penis 2 months ago.
Did you say that?
Gave me those underwear that were so rough and burlap like I couldn't tell the back from the front. He's like, did you ever figure it out? I'm like, yeah, I figured it out. You definitely want to keep the hole in the front. Trust me.
That's called a prison invite. Yeah.
Yeah. But I was like giddy is the best way to describe it. As
Kyle walking around, his ass flap open. Then you just get, then Snow wouldn't have hung out with you. You'd have been fucked. Literally.
Yeah. Literally. Yeah. But yeah, it was so nice to get back to like quietness, because like when I was back home, and honestly, to have my television back, I know that sounds like some sort of degenerate thing to miss, because there was TV in there, but like getting back to my things that are all like nice versions of the things I had in prison. Like my bed is infinitely better than a prison bed. My television is infinitely better than a prison television. Just being able to like buy a Diet Pepsi and not have all right, I've got 6 Diet Pepsis for 7 days. Let's ration these out. That was a thing.
If you change prison to like field exercise or anything like that, it's nearly identical.
Yeah.
So in the military, it's like the same. Like you go away and you're like, all right, I can only take this much in my bag, or I can only buy this much. Like cigarettes, guys. When guys are outfield and they're smoking, they're like, they're rationing in it. Like, I have this many smokes to last me, and then you get to finally sit on a toilet seat when you're doing the shit. You're like, fuck yeah, godly.
Cigarettes seem like a security problem, no? I mean, that like the smell carries for a long time. The red tip is visible, and
yeah, a lot of time when you like not on deployment, but on exercise, it's just like sitting around you go away on a 7-week exercise and you'll work for about 10 days of it. I'm not even bullshitting. Like you'll literally do about 10 days work, and the other 5 weeks you'll be sitting around, because every single exercise is not about the you and me. It's about the officers ticking boxes to get promoted. We're like just pawns. So you'll go outfield and like, all right, so this company's doing this on this week, so we'll have the other 3 companies sit around for the next 3 weeks until that's done, and You know, like it'll literally be like that. It's just all the officers need to get their ticks in boxes, and the big exercise is about the the colonels and they're getting their ticks in boxes so they can get become brigadiers and all that dizzy shit.
My friend,
Did you ever
he's an Army helicopter, and the same thing is true with him. When they go on exercise, when they do these big 6-week long things, he always runs out of data on his phone because that's all he's doing. He's just sitting around.
Yeah, my mate went to Afghan for I think 9 months, and before he left, I filled up his hard drive with like 4 terabyte of porn. Like, he had so much. I said
He's
to him,
never
like,
getting out of prison.
no, 'cause you're not gonna be able to download it when you're over there. They've got really good internet, but they get limited a little bit on that kind of stuff. But it's a commodity too. People are like, oh, you got some good porn.
Well,
That's
I've got a
interesting how-
terabyte of it, and now in retrospect, I wish I downloaded some entertainment shows.
Because everyone else would take that stuff, but he took the porn, so that way he knew he had something to trade if he ever
Like,
needed
bring some porn with a plot. We gotta get a dual task video here. I want some entertainment. I want to laugh. I want to cry. I want to come. Let's get everything.
I can only watch this Sarah Palin parody so many times. The plot's not deep enough.
I've been watching Schindler's Fist for about 3 hours now. I got to say, the black and white really, you don't even notice.
Somehow, Lord of the Cock Rings even longer than the real movie.
Not nearly as much walking though. That's nice.
Yeah, no.
Dildo Baggins.
Dildo Baggins. Yeah, he's just DP and bitches all over the place. Arwen and Aowen and the very few women in that show. Galadriel.
One cock ring to rule them all.
I
In the darkness, bind them.
I think I saw my first porn movie in
You're just
college.
naked, invisible, with a ring around your dick.
Oh yeah, you could parody that Japanese porn where they're invisible. Yeah, that'd be great. He slips the ring on and he goes to he slips the cock ring on and he. This is probably this is too good of an idea not to have already happened. Have you ever had one of those? You're like,
Cock
salt
ring?
and pepper
Sure.
in the same shaker. I'm a millionaire. And you're looking like, oh yeah, some college student came up with that in
Salt and
1994.
pepper in the same shaker.